I go to Adoration because it gives me a time to be with Jesus all by myself and really focus on Him and the gifts that He's given me, and a time for me to grow that relationship, but also a time to ask Him for help and just have His presence with me with no other distractions.
I go to Adoration most of all because, as I say in my Faith and Reason classes, the old Latin phrase, nemo dat quod non habet, you cannot give what you do not have. And if the most important thing in this world is not a thing but a person, Jesus Christ, I have to go be with Him so I can figuratively get Him to share Him with others.
I recently started going. My mom has always recommended it, and whenever I was stressed, she'd be like, oh, just go to Adoration. And in my head, it just kind of seemed like a lot of work to get myself to go there. And so I kind of really didn't think much of it. And then I was like, whenever I get really stressed, I'm like, you know what, maybe I should go to Adoration. And so I went, and I just went for 5 to 10 minutes, and it was just so calming. All my stress went away, and I just talked to God about everything on my mind. And afterwards, I just felt so relieved and peaceful. And so ever since then, I've just been going anytime I'm stressed or before a big game or anything. I'll just stop in, not very long, and just
It brings me peace, it calms me, it helps me learn about my faith.
By the end of it, I'm I just feel really refreshed, and I feel really at peace, and it's just a nice way to wrap up the week before and then have a nice start to your next week.
It really takes your mind off everything going on and just lets you focus in on one thing. A great way to just talk to God about your week and days and stuff.
It has given me an opportunity to grow my own individual faith outside of doing Mass as a family.
Just like the disciples sitting at His feet, more time you spend with Him, the better you're going to be as a person.
I feel like I've been able to reflect on my life and be able to see what I'm doing wrong and make a positive change for my life.
So I hope, and I think it is, that daily prayer, just like physical exercise, is bearing some fruit for me and for others.
It's gotten rid of a lot of the anxiety in my life and stress, because I know it's always something I can turn to when I have stuff going on.
I might offer up my time for those people in need, family, friends, situations, whatever.
I like going to Adoration during STA because if I'm having a really stressful day at school or just a test coming up or just anything, I can come in here and just talk and kind of relax before my test and just have a conversation.
Usually when I go to Adoration, I try to kneel the whole time so that my brain and body are focused on my conversation with Jesus.
I walk in and usually first thing I do, kneel down and start just talking about what's on my mind, telling Him what I'm thinking about, telling Him what's making me anxious or stressed. And then eventually at some point I'll sit back up and just sit back and sit with Him and rest.
Reality shows, life shows, the best conversations happen when you forget yourself and really focus on another. And thus, hopefully, I can respectfully shut up and listen to what God is wanting to say to me.
I just sit in silence and just it's very peaceful, and I like to listen.
I'd really encourage you though to have a specific time, because it's really easy to make excuses that I'm too busy, I have this going on, I can't fit it in, and then the day is gone. So having a time that you're expected to be there is really valuable to make sure that it
I feel a particular draw to the fact that it is being physically present with Him and able to see Him, you know that He's right there in front of you.